everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
And tonight we are at the Sahara. We are trying out what has been called one of the best Italian restaurants on the Las Vegas Strip.
Eater Las Vegas just voted it as the best new on-strip restaurant.
We're gonna have to try this out.
Balla Italian Soul. Let's go.
Here we go.
We decided to go with the family style menu, which includes 3 appetizers, 2 pastas, 3 mains, and a dessert.
Well, we added on one of the entrees,
Yeah.
so we're adding on a steak for I think an extra $42.
I think that's right as well. And then we additionally did wine tastings with each of it for $35. So the menu itself is $75 per person. But seems like a great deal for as much food as we're looking to get.
And we weren't really sure what to order, so
No.
this way we're getting a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Yeah.
There is one, we'll see how we feel at the end of it, but there's a dessert that doesn't come with it that we might have to order on top
Yeah,
of
we've
it.
talked about it, but now that we're getting an extra entree, I'm unsure if we'll have to.
Yeah, it's
but I
hard to
do
say.
think one thing that's really cool here, you don't actually see very often, but there is a window that looks out on the Las Vegas Strip. And I will say, Sahara actually looks beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and it does transport you, like we've talked about ambiance before, it does transport you off the casino floor, but you still know you're in Vegas, so it's kind of cool.
And we hadn't been to the Sahara for a little under a year.
Yeah, about a March
but
last
at that
year
time,
we were here.
it really felt different. Like they've got the front entry done, they've got a bunch of new restaurants. It is actually looking quite good.
It is. I'm excited to try this tonight.
Me too. Holy cows. All right, so they brought us out some house-made focaccia and then the 3 appetizers. So we've got grilled octopus, we've got a Caesar salad, which you can see an anchovy right on top
Fresh
of there.
anchovies, yes.
And then you've got a burrata with grilled focaccia. So definitely gonna be a lot of bread, but we don't mind. We
like bread.
And then you can see the olive oil and balsamic mixture that they poured right here at the table.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try that bread out.
Josh is a huge bread fan and a huge focaccia fan, so.
Absolutely.
Again, look at that. I mean, it just looks so airy and light and beautiful. And that oil and vinegar base.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, it is airy. It's got like the right amount of chew to it. It's bouncy.
Oh,
Look at this.
that's awesome.
It's so delicious. And there's like a good salty herb piece on there. That's gonna be gone real quick. But I'm gonna go ahead and try this grilled octopus.
And I can't remember what kind of wine he brought out, but it's a white wine to pair nicely with our appetizers.
Yes, and it does. Like we are not the greatest
No.
wine people, so we don't pretend to be, but
They did explain it very
We loved
nicely.
it.
Yeah.
well, and that's the thing. Like we don't know what we should be ordering, and that's why a $35 wine pairing
That's
for a
amazing.
meal like this seems awesome.
Yeah. Okay, octopus. Another one that, as we looked at the menu, prepping to come here, we knew we wanted to try.
There's a little bit of heat to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good flavor to it. It seems like a good olive oil with it. It is cold. It is not a hot offering, which makes sense because
This
honestly,
is a salad one.
Well, and this all came out so fast.
Yeah.
And so it actually makes sense why it's not. And it does make me want to double check to make sure it is grilled. but it's cooked well in the right way. And then there's just these little bits of everything to go with it. This is awesome.
Good start.
Such a good start.
Good.
All right, Rachel is cheating. She's already cutting up stuff.
I'm prepping it.
Luckily, we did get.
See, that's why I have to cheat.
We did get to see how it looked before she dug in.
So I wanted to get the perfect bite because it looks like a lovely piece of ham in there, the anchovy, then there's a lot of cheese on this.
Oh yes. Lost a little bit of lettuce there, or romaine. I would assume romaine.
And as I said, I was aiming for the perfect bite and I got it.
Yeah.
The saltiness from that anchovy and the ham just cuts that Caesar dressing so nice. It adds to it. The romaine is nice and crispy. The cheese just adds to it. I want to eat more of that. Like, I'm having a hard time not just digging back into that. Now I'm going to go to this grilled focaccia that grill marks right on
Yeah.
it.
I'm excited for the burrata.
Yeah.
So when we were looking at the menu online, we actually thought that you had to pick.
Yeah.
And so we were mentally prepared to skip the Caesar salad.
Yeah, and I'm glad we didn't have to because that's really a good
Right.
salad.
Yeah. When they told us that you could actually get all of it, or you do get all of it, I was super excited about that.
Wow. Okay. That bread. Oh my gosh, like Josh said, it is so airy and bouncy.
Yeah.
It is so tasty. But that burrata with those tomatoes, oh my gosh, that's a perfect bite. I'm glad we get all three of them and didn't have to choose because this is a great way to start.
Me too. Look at this start. And then we each have 2 glasses of wine still. This is a good meal to start out. If you're enjoying this video and looking for more Las Vegas restaurant reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have over 120 restaurant reviews in Las Vegas alone. All right, I do want to correct this. I am unsure how they cook the octopus, but it actually just says marinated octopus on the menu. But it's very good. All around, I will say though, the Caesar salad and the burrata, which you can see are way gone right now, were the 2 more standout dishes, which is surprising because we definitely wanted the octopus, but the other 2 we preferred. And then the focaccia is freaking amazing. We're trying to save it a little bit for the pasta round. We'll see if it makes it. Otherwise, we'll probably just have to get more. All right, so they give you 2 pastas. There is the upcharge option of getting a lasagna, which is a decent size apparently, according to our waiter. We did not choose to do that. We chose just to do the steak. But this first one is going to be a twisted noodle that
You're not going to try to pronounce
nope,
it?
I'm not going to pronounce it, but it does have seasonal tomatoes, and he said there's a little bit of heat and there's some basil on it.
So, do you
Parmesan as
remember if these noodles are handmade in-house every day, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
All right, so our red wine just came. He said a whole lot of words that I don't know what they were meant, but I remember hearing black cherry, and it works off of this.
Yes.
It's like Pinot Noir on steroids. is what he
Yes,
said.
I did hear that
Anyway,
part too.
back to the pasta here.
That looks so good.
It is. I do believe that it's made in house. If it's not, I will put a comment down below.
There's supposed to be some
Nice
heat on
chewy,
this as well.
nice bouncy
Okay.
bite to it. I like it. Definitely has a good texture to it. We did add a little bit of pepper. This one, it has braised lamb.
Cavatelli.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of tomato sauce with it as well.
These look so good.
I would say that one's the winner for me.
Really?
I do really like. It's just like super tender meat to go along with the tomatoes, and I think it's great. I think these are going to go really well, and I'm excited to dunk some bread in the
That's
sauce.
what I was going to say. There doesn't look to be too much extra sauce, but enough
I
that
think
we'll
there's
need
going to
it.
be on this lamb
Okay.
side.
All right, I'm going to start out with the sea bream.
Yep,
Looks like a nice white fish
with lemon and some olives on there.
and a little salad to go with it. Wow. I'm somewhat shocked because seeing how thin that looks, it almost looks like it's going to be too thin. But the taste, it's a very like hearty whitefish in that. I don't know that I've had sea bream before.
I don't think I have, actually.
It's flaky. It's really a hearty bite.
Good.
And there is a nice crisp on the
skin
as well. Yeah.
Good deal. And we did add a little bit of extra lemon,
Yeah, I
which
think
they
it's
do come with.
Well worth it.
And it gets cooked in lemon also.
Yep. And then veal, right?
Yeah, veal.
Milanese.
Yes. So you can see it's fried. It's
Very
probably
thinly.
thin and pounded out, basically.
That's what I was gonna say.
I would assume.
Wow. That thinness and that crisp on that batter is so tasty. And it's just a very tender meat. I do not remember what the sauce was he poured on it.
Piccata, I believe is what he said. Which I can see capers in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that flavor is because it is so subtle, but it is one of those things that just stands out. I think it's the crisp of the veal itself. I really enjoyed both of those. I can't pick a fave yet.
All right, so we did get 2 sides that are the chef's choice. So you can see these are roasted potatoes and then some broccolini. I'm feeling like I'm under pressure now.
You are. That's good.
Potatoes are good, very heavier seasoned than I expected to be. It does have a little bit of a heat to it,
Really?
which I do remember them talking about having like some andouja
Yep.
in it, which we had first had at Esther's Kitchen, which is like a spicy sausage. The next one that we have is broccolini. Looks like
looks
broccolini. That's what she said. All right.
That's why I was giggling so hard at that.
It doesn't eat as limp. I think it tastes good. And then we have, I believe it's a flat iron steak.
Flat iron steak.
Yeah.
And we actually got this per the chef's recommendation of
Of
medium.
medium, yeah.
And we normally like medium rare, but we went with the chef's recommendation.
Because
on
we
this.
don't eat flat iron very
Right.
often. So we definitely want to try that.
And then there's some bone marrow with it too.
Yeah, bone marrow something I will say later. That's delicious.
It
So we
looked
don't-
like it cut really easy.
Yeah, it's very tender. Lots of good flavor. It is, I think the steak itself is great. I don't know how much I actually need the bone marrow stuff, but I enjoy it. All of this is going to be really good, I think.
Yeah, look at those 3 main courses and sides. Heck yeah.
All right, it is a bone marrow gremolata. I think the steak is great on its own, but I think it does add a little bit to it. And I can't wait to dig into the rest of this. All right, dessert. Hard to go wrong with gelato.
Hard to go wrong with gelato. Pistachio.
Especially after such a big meal. Holy cows, that was a lot of good food. And I ended up going with cherry, Rachel with pistachio.
So creamy. Got a nice sweet nutty flavor. I also see whole pistachios in there, which I'll try in a minute. This is good dessert.
And mine does have cherries in it. I actually really like it. I just take an extra bite of it
Yeah.
because that bite just had a cherry in it, and oh my god. Like, it's got a hint of cherry in the other stuff, but if you get that dried cherry, oh my god,
It's really
it's
good.
so good. Yeah.
And we did talk about getting another dessert, but I'm telling you, that was a full meal.
Yeah.
And there's always room for ice cream. There's not always room for fried dough.
Right. Yeah, we were looking at, I think it's like bombolini or
Bombolini.
something, which we've heard is very good, and we really wanted to try, but ice cream is fitting our bellies a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, we're just wrapping up. There is this little side restaurant, or there's this side room with a private table right up at the front. It is a beautiful room.
It is very pretty up here.
Anyway.
The whole
that-
restaurant is very pretty.
Yes, it's brand new. It should be pretty, and it is.
It is
The
very
food
pretty.
delivered. I thought everything was very good. We thought the potatoes were a little bit
I would say the potatoes were my only part of that. I was like, I don't ever need to eat those again.
It was a very
But-
strong flavor for the rest of the dishes.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought the focaccia was a standout.
The burrata was a standout.
Uh-huh.
And then second course with the pastas, I would say the one with the braised lamb probably
That one was
stood
very
out.
good.
The other one was really good. I just think the braised lamb stood out.
And then the veal we thought was the best dish for the main
Main
entrees.
course, yeah.
Pistachio gelato was the best of those, but
Everything
it's hard to go
was
wrong.
so good.
And everything
Yeah.
really went well together. We thought it was a great meal. Do you
And-
recommend?
Yeah, and the wine pairing for $35, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
especially when you're
fantastic.
like us and we don't know
enough
what
about
wines to
wine.
pick.
Yeah.
It works really well for us. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All our links are down below.
Thank you.